Today I'm talking to Sylvia, who is Preston born and bred, I believe, and she's going to talk about childhood memories or early memories from her life in Preston. Over to you, Sylvia.
Thank you, Julie. Hello, everybody. Well, I started life round in Preston, round Lancaster Road. All those streets are now down and they've been replaced by flats. But I lived in a street called Cumberland Street. And they were all co-op houses, back to back, two up and two down, with no bathroom and no indoor toilet. All the toilets were outside. But it was good fun. Well, not for us, but not for my mum and dad, obviously. Anyway, and we went to the church, which was St Thomas's, which is further down the road, and went to St Thomas's School, which was the infant school, which is not there anymore. And then I went to St Thomas's Junior School, which has gone again. So it seems to be my life, seems to go, I don't know. Anyway, then I went to Trinity, that was in the centre, and I left school at 14 and started work on my 15th birthday in a dress shop, which I didn't like. And then I went into hairdressing. And we went to the local nightclubs and dance halls, which was the Top Rank and the Turret Lounge. And neither of them are there now. But the Turret Lounge was in Tyburn Street, where the St John's Shopping Centre is now. It was built above the bowling alley. That was 10 shillings for the year. So that's pretty good going. And that was lovely. It was good fun. And that's about it really for the actual what my life was like. Now, as far as the buildings in Preston are concerned, a lot of them have gone again. I went to Trinity, which is no longer there. It's now a student building, student accommodation building, and it's right opposite the playhouse, which we go to regularly. I went there till I was 14. I left school from there. That was about it really on that.
I believe there used to be quite a lot of different cinemas in Preston.
Oh yeah, there was one, two, there was three on Church Street. The Ritz, the Palladium and the Empire. The Palladium and the Empire were facing each other, and the Ritz was a bit further up towards Lancaster Road. And then there was the Top Rank and then the ABC. Those were all in the centre. And there was a lot around the peripheral of the centre. So there was a Star and, I can't remember all of them. But we went to all of them. There were Saturday clubs for children, and they were good. But they've all gone now. I think hang on, yeah, that's right. And another one thing was, there was a pub on every street corner in Preston. Considering it was a big centre for the what's it called? The abolition of drink. Temperance Society started up round in Preston behind the parish church. So, considering there was a pub on each street corner, it was a bit of a slap in the face, wasn't it? Really, but and all the pubs have gone now.
Did you go into many of the pubs?
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't old enough, really. Obviously, we moved up to Brookfield before I left school. So we never went into town actually. So never really went to pubs. But there was drink on in the dance halls and what have you. So that was enough for me. But I used to enjoy the Turret Lounge. That was good.
So what happened there?
Well, it was just a nightclub with a little postage stamp dance floor. And we had one or two DJs. One was from went to Radio Caroline, which I don't know if any of you people remember Radio Caroline. Do you remember Radio Caroline?
It's not one that I used to listen to. I don't know whether it was still going.
Right.
I used to listen to Radio Luxembourg when I was young, so I don't know if Caroline was at the same time or not.
No. I think Radio Caroline came after, obviously, Radio Luxembourg. But yeah, we used to listen to Radio Luxembourg, but on it was called a wireless set, and used to have valves that used to light up in the back. So that was our music, and all the aerial wire was all tangled up, and it was my job to sit there and jiggle the aerial wire when we got a bad connection. So
is this when you was living at home?
Yeah. Before we moved. So yeah, it was quite funny. But yeah, it was Radio Caroline, which was quite good.
So what sort of music did you listen to?
Well, the Beatles and all that sort of thing, all the 60s music.
Okay.
So when I listen to some of it now and it sounds terrible, but we enjoyed it at the time. So when we used to go to the what was it called? In Blackburn. There used to be a nightclub in Blackburn, and we used to go there.
I remember one called Peppermint Place. I think that was Accrington actually, not Blackburn, but I don't think it'd be the same one.
No, but we used to get the bus there, catch a thing we used to go into the car park and ask boys if they would sign us in.
Why did you need to be signed in?
Yeah. Of course, we weren't members, so we couldn't get signed in. But if people were going into the nightclub, they were members, so we used to ask them if they would sign us in, which they did. And then when we'd finished, if we'd missed the last bus or the train, between you and me and the gate post, we used to...
And social media, sorry.
Yeah, we used to hitch it back.
It's not something you could do these days, is it that really?
When I think about what we did was absolutely terrible. We were so lucky that, we got away with everything. And we couldn't, as you say, we couldn't do that today.
I suppose it were different times, weren't it? Then?
Yeah. So, we used to enjoy going there. The Cavendish, that was what it was called.
Is that the one in Blackburn?
Yes.
Okay.
That used to be pretty good. And in Preston we all used to meet in the arcade the Miller Arcade, because in the centre there used to be a kiosk, and all the couples used to meet there if they were going out on a date. And it used to be good because there was 4 entrances. So if you didn't like what you saw, you used to walk right around and come out the other side. So you didn't see them. They
When
didn't
you
see
say what you saw, do you mean your dates?
Yes. Yes.
Were they blind dates?
Yeah, some of them were.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, we'd had a few drinks and we'd say yes to a date and then think, I don't fancy him, really. So
You're quite a woman in your time.
I've had my time. But, nothing really serious.
No.
But,
So you'd sort of disappear around the Miller Arcade, would you, to get away from them?
Skirt round, so that when they got fed up, they'd go. But that was used in a film called A Kind of Loving.
That's a well-known film, isn't it?
Yeah. And they met in the centre of the Miller Arcade, where the kiosk was. So that was quite good. And also, that used to be the bus terminus. All the buses used to terminate round the Miller Arcade.
So there wasn't a bus station in
No.
those
There
days?
was, but I think that was the Ribble bus station. There wasn't a Preston coach bus station.
Right.
There was a Scout bus station. That was round Starch House Square.
Scout, did you say?
Scout. Yeah, it was called Scout.
And what sort of buses were there?
I think there was something like the Fishwick buses and that sort of thing.
Right.
But that was round where the Playhouse is. So that was it's one of those things, you know. Then the bus station came about. Everything was centralised. That was quite good. And in the Tyburn Street as well, they used to have the fire station. That was knocked down as late as the 1960s.
Whereabouts on Tyburn Street was that?
Well, that's where the arcade is now, St John's Shopping Centre.
So the fire
that
station.
was the fire station.
Right.
Got a photograph of it here. I know you can't see it on the.
We'll have to take a picture and put it on with the recording.
Yeah.
You've got a book there about Preston, nostalgic Preston. I bet there's some really good pictures in there, isn't there?
Yes, there are some good pictures. And it shows the St George's Shopping Centre when it first opened up.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that. I think I've seen some similar ones with the shopping centre on postcards.
I remember watching it being built. The actual entrance to the fire station would be right opposite the bus station where it is now, the bus station apron.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it gives you an idea of what it was like, where it was. So,
there's been quite a lot of changes then.
a lot of changes. I think my generation have lived through one of the most sort of changes in history. You know, from the Second World War finishing and onwards, everything changed at a rate of knots. You know, everything did change. You know, the slums were pulled down, luckily, and I lived in one of them. But we didn't think they were slums. You know, they were okay, but they were, I should say, they weren't fit for living in, really. But they were okay.
So when people talk about the good old days, not everything was good. Some of the changes have been for the better.
Yeah, of course, but when you're children, you think it's good, but you didn't have to live with all of other things that the parents used to have to do. You know, like bath time. My bath was on a nail in the backyard.
It was quite a hard way of life then.
It was for mums and dads, definitely. You know, no heating on tap, no heating at all, and no hot water on tap. If you needed any hot water, you had to fill a boiler or a kettle. No.
Not easy then.
No, it wasn't for parents. For children, it was okay because we didn't have to do it.
Yeah.
But, and the men used to go to what they call the slipper baths. Now, the slipper baths were in Miller Arcade. No, sorry. That was the Turkish baths. The slipper baths were in the swimming baths.
Saul Street.
Saul Street swimming baths, yeah. But I don't know where they were. I never went because we used to get bathed in front of the fire, my sister and I. But the slipper baths were quite good, apparently.
Why were they called the slipper baths?
I don't know why. I don't know. Probably because you were I don't know. We were given ample water and soap and plenty of time to bathe. So my brother thought they were quite good. So, but I don't know why they were called slipper baths.
No, I've not heard that term before.
Oh, we can look that up, couldn't we?
Yeah.
I mean, I was talking about the Turkish baths. That was in the Miller Arcade. There's still a sign that says Turkish baths. It's on Lancaster Road entrance.
All right. I'll have to look for that next time I'm near there.
Yeah. I don't know. I never went because I was too young. But so I don't know whereabouts it was in the Miller Arcade. But it was quite a thing in those days. I'm just trying to think what else to say.
You've told us quite a lot. We can end it now if you wish.
Oh, we can have a break anyway, don't we?
Yeah, we can do another recording and feature. I'll talk about something else.
Yeah, when I've got my brain box thinking.
Well, thank you for now then, Sylvia.
You're welcome, Julie.
That's very
Thank you
good.
very much for listening, everybody.
You're welcome.